Astrology for the soul. Pluto in Aquarius is a collective exorcism of inherited beliefs, psychic noise, and societal software that no longer supports our evolution. As a planet of transmutation, power, and underworld alchemy goes inward, we are invited to excavate the coded patterns of control that we have embedded into our nervous systems, our relationships, and our worldviews. Aquarius rules the electrical body, the mind, the collective web of the future, and the future self. Pluto retrograde here acts as the soul hacker, pulling back the veil on how colonization, assimilation, the algorithmic influence have shaped our thoughts, our identities, and our social blueprints. This is not just a mental purge. It's an energetic reboot of how we plug into the collective consciousness and who we give our power to. Hello, y'all. Welcome into the Pluto in Aquarius retrograde. We will be experimenting. We will be experiencing this Pluto in Aquarius retrograde started May 4th and all the way through October 11th, 2025. And this theme for the Pluto in Aquarius retrograde is reprogramming the soul's operating system. Ancestral and energetic threads. One, we have ancestral memories. This retrograde reactivates generational traumas around exile, persecution for radical thought, Aquarius, forced assimilation, and betrayals within collective movements. Arise in dreams, sudden emotional waves, or disruptions in your sense of belonging. The energetic detox. Nervous system recalibration. Sudden fatigue, buzzing thoughts, or resistance may signal where your energy field has been hosting outdated frequencies, often inherited. This is your cue to ground, release, and reset. The liberation work. You're not just healing for you. No. You're releasing the energetic chains that have kept you and your ancestors compliant, invisible, or afraid of their own brilliance. This quantum healing that travels backward and forward in time. A little guidance for this portal. Unplug to rewire. Be selective with information and relationships. Engage in tech-based rituals, i.e., sound healing, digital altars, or sonic codes. Reclaim your radical lineage, who your bloodline was, the rebel, the mystic, the dreamer. Channel them. Use breath and frequency to clear the static and reclaim your signal. This could be music, this could be water, this could be nature, this could be any of those things that help you recalibrate your internal world. And so you can re-regulate your system in this new and present and also upcoming future. Now, for Cancer Rising, this is getting deep. This is getting juicy even. This is going to be happening. This Aquarius energy, this Pluto retrograde in Aquarius energy is going to be happening in your 8th house, okay? And the core themes for you is power, death, and intimacy, okay? This is the Scorpio house, all right? So this deep shadow integration that is happening, the evolutionary energy that is playing out for you is deep shadow integration. This is no more emotional suppression. And this is true energetic boundaries that are emerging at this time, okay? So there's going to be a lot of emotions coming to the surface during this time for you, Cancer Rising. I mean, it can feel you can feel a little off your rocker, at this time. You could feel a little just wanting to, like, this electricity that's moving towards you that wants you to create and express. I would even say, honestly, for the Cancer Risings out there, if you're feeling called to do some type of form of like artwork, movement, tapping as well. I think it's called EMT tapping or EFT tapping or something like that, like with your body tapping and stuff. Somatic therapy could be a good time, or doing somatic therapy could be good at this time as well for you too. I would definitely look into that, or even yoga, stuff that having to do with movement of the body, because this could be even past generational stuff that you inherited, because 8th house also rules inheritances. It also rules your psychological mind and the things that you think that are hidden and buried. So allow yourself to create some space to usher the electrifying current that's moving through your body during this time, to have it release at this time. It needs to go somewhere, Cancer rising. All right. So this is where we see this energetic thread, this karmic, the energetic thread that is weaving during this time is karmic clearing through sex, grief, trust, and energetic exchange. Maybe some of y'all have experienced some sexual, intimacy or emotional abuse in the past that you're clearing out, that could be coming up during this time. You could even like betrayals or, grief through maybe like a death of a family member or death of somebody close to you or personal. You could be experiencing that and like having to go through the grief of that energy as well too. And just the energy that you give, as well, like these energetic exchanges that you've had in the past that you're recalling back as well during this time. Okay. So definitely, like I said, take some time to really sit with this energy and feel your way through this energetic release. Now, the ancestral work that's happening for you is healing power imbalances or betrayal around shared resources. So inheritances, secrets, and trust. And inheritances can be money, but it can also be things that you have inherited from generations, generational cycles, lineages, blood lineages that have been passed on down to you. Because what happens is, if your ancestry did not clear these energetic cords or energetic traumas, you could be carrying things that were never yours to carry in the first place. So you're also having to do the work of maybe even clearing some ancestral patterns at this time. And it's deep work. 8th house is very deep. So it's very like from the soul, from your genetic makeup. It's in your bones. It's in your blood. So give yourself some grace during this time, Cancer rising, with this. Secrets, maybe there could be some secrets coming to the surface that need to be cleared at this time, like some family secrets that are coming up during this time that are like shocking, because we're about to be ending this Uranus and Taurus energy. So there could be some shocking revelations that come out in terms of like your family life at this time. And also just things around trust, that maybe trust that was broken in the past that you're like recovering from at this time. And this could be through like a marital thing, a deep relationship that felt very spiritual at this time that could be coming up again. And so you're going through this work. And so allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to recoup, allow yourself to recover, allow yourself to write, allow yourself to dream even at this time, Cancer rising. And note what comes up for you. Maybe keep a journal beside you or a voice note thing, or maybe even record yourself at this time of like what is coming up for you to be able to release. I would also recommend at this time, if you can, going on some sort of fast. If you feel called to do a fast, I would also recommend that maybe you do some type of fast at this time. And it can be any kind of fast. It could be a social media fast. It could be like a food fast. It could be a drink fast. It could be any kind of fast during this time. I would highly recommend it just to see what comes up at this time. Now, the transformation that's happening for you, Cancer rising, is becoming a vessel from transmutation and emotional alchemy. Okay. You are the transformer, the conduit of transformation. And as you are going through this deep transformation at this time, you are also a conduit to help others go through this deep transformation, whether you're doing some type of spiritual work or helping other people. Like, these are like the Reiki healers, using music and things to help people go through deep transformation, whatever it may look like. So as you are going through this, you're also going to help others go through these deep cycles of transformation. Now, if you want to go deeper into this work, you can definitely check out my Pluto and Aquarius Shadow Work Guidebook down below. Or if you want to go even deeper, you can book a reading with me and we can talk a little bit what this Pluto and Aquarius retrograde will mean for you. Also, too, I would love for you to leave a comment down below of like what you are experiencing at this time or what you're wishing to experience during this retrograde. Or also, if you're coming back after this retrograde is over, let me know what you've experienced and what was your maybe most memorable thing that has come up for you during this time. This Cancer Rising. Pluto and Aquarius retrograde is going to be going through that fourth house. This has to do with your roots, home, and inner foundation. A lot of y'all could be actually moving during this time or transitioning during this time in between worlds, places, moves, things like that. The evolution that is happening right now is excavating your emotional core to rebuild from authenticity. All right. If at this time, Scorpio rising, you felt like you maybe been moving a little from a place of inauthenticity, in being inauthentic and not really living from a place of like your whole self at this time, it might feel a little uncomfortable. You could be feeling a little shooketh at this time a little bit because you haven't really been living from a space of your true nature and your truest version of yourself at this time. Okay, so you're going to be rebuilding that. It's going to feel like everything's crumbling at this time. It might be feeling like you're being shook, but this personal development is going to be the foundation of your core moving forward. And that's a beautiful thing to do. It's a beautiful thing to revisit at this time. I think it's going to make you feel more comfortable in who you are now and yourself when you do take this time and opportunity to move through it, instead of avoiding it or trying to run and hide from this inner reckoning that is happening, this phoenix wanting to come out of the roots, the home, fourth house. Now, the energetic thread that is being weaved at this time, it's the shaking of the inner world. It could feel like an earthquake happening in the inner world, ancestral memory, inner child healing and home migration, which we kind of talked about before. You could be moving homes, physically moving homes, not just like your internal world, moving and shaking and being, a lot of things erupting internally, but you could be physically moving. But there's a lot of inner child work healing that's happening during this time, the reckoning, as you will. And just also ancestral memory, maybe like bloodline, things that have happened in your family lineage and bloodline that could be coming up at this time that you are clearing or going through the journey of clearing at this time. Allow it to be cleared at this time. Your spirit is screaming at you for this to finally be looked at, for it to be seen, for it to be heard, and for it to be cleared. My throat is actually kind of acting up as I'm speaking about this. Like, I feel like I have spices in my throat. It's weird. But this is the time, Scorpio rising. The ancestral work that is happening during this time is healing family trauma, lineage silence, and generational displacement. It's a very deep and a very heavy time for you, Scorpio rising, because all of this is now coming up to the surface for you to be able to not only see, but for you to heal at this time. And this is deeper than writing. Now, I think writing will be very good for you. I think even speaking it out, if you need to go to maybe get some therapy or maybe talk to somebody trusted that you can talk to, that can help you work through and move through this, I think it would be a good time to do so. But this is deep past life, ancestral healing work that is happening. So give yourself the time, grace, and space to be able to move through this, because it's not something that you can just run through and just be like, okay, I did this. So it's going to take some time. I feel like even after the Pluto retrograde in Aquarius is over, I feel like this stuff is still going to be not only seeding, but just clearing at this time. But this is the foundation. So take it by the reins, take it by the horns at this time. Pluto wants to help. And even though it might seem like it's soul wrenching at this time, Pluto is helping you move through the things that maybe have been buried in the basement, buried in the attic at this time. The transformation of all of this is becoming the ancestor who returns to build the soul's truest home. You are home. You are, wherever you go is home. Your spirit, your nature is home. And I know it might be hard. I know it might feel like very soul wrenching again to move through this, because it feels like, why do I have to have this all on my back? Why am I the one that, because you are the warrior. You are the one that you are the one in your family lineage that is being called to do the clearing, because not only was it sent for you or passed down from previous generations, but you are the one that's able to actually handle it. You are the one that's why you're a Scorpio rising, because you're able to go through these deep transformational spaces in order for you to be birthed like the Phoenix rising. Okay. So don't sleep on yourself when it comes to this, allow it, embrace it, and, become that Phoenix, going through it and also coming out of it at this time. Now, if you want to go a little bit deeper into this Pluto retrograde, I do have a workbook, a guidebook that is available in the link down below in the description box if you want to kind of write more and ask yourself some deeper questions. But if you want to go even deeper, now for I do have readings also available down below. Pisces Rising, can book a reading, and we Pluto can talk in Aquarius retrograde is going to be happening in the 12th house. Okay, the core themes that surround this Pluto in Aquarius retrograde for you is subconscious and ancestral clearing. I know, y'all, it gets deep. All right. So the evolution that we're talking about here is facing unseen secrets of grief. The evolution that is happening here is facing the unseen. So we have secrets, grief, soul contracts that block liberation, and a spiritual detox, a deep spiritual detox that is happening here. I also want to point this out. If you find yourself being a little bit more tired than usual, is because there's a lot of inner work happening, especially when you're dreaming, because the 12th house rules like dreams and the subconscious. So if you feel a little bit more tired than usual, or a little bit more experiencing more fatigue than usual, please take this time to take some rest. Make sure you're getting a lot of water, drinking a lot of water, getting sun if you can, and really regularly cleansing your spirit, however, in which way that you do so. Now, the energetic thread that is weaving during this time is lucid dreaming, right? Psychic sensitivity, psychic clutter needing to release. So I want you to pay attention, Pisces rising, to what is coming up for you at this time. If there's something that you have been like mulling over, and I'm not just talking about little things, but just subconscious things that keep coming up. If you find yourself talking about something over and over and over and over again, and you've had these emotions or these feelings or these memories that keep coming up over and over and over again, instead of distracting yourself from looking at those things or seeing those things in full, I want you to really take this time to really see it, sit with it, allow it to permeate through you. What feelings are coming up? What emotions are coming up at this time? What are some beliefs that you have about this situation that is coming up for you? And it could be any situation. It could be multiple situations. But I really, really want you to take this time to face it head on. And ask yourself, what am I holding on to? What am I carrying that is no longer mine? And why am I carrying this? Or who put this on me? Who put this on to me to carry? And was it mine to even carry in the first place? Okay. And this ancestral work that you're going to be going through during this time is releasing martyrdom, okay? The martyr, all right? The martyr patterns and the emotional silence passed through the maternal line, okay? Yes. Why is this? Why do you ask? Well, ancestrally, there's been a lot of... I have to clear my throat real quick. So ask yourself during this time, what has been passed down my mothership? What has been passed down the maternal energetic cords that have been passed down from my maternal line that maybe I've been holding on to that were never mine to carry? The emotions that might be coming up during this time. So kind of going back to that energetic thread that we were talking about, let's focus on this part of your life and present. I also, too, something is telling me to look into deeper to your moon sign as well. So if you're being called to do a little bit of deeper dive into your moon energy and how it relates to your maternal line or your mother or the women in your life, I would also call for you to do that as well, because this could be something around the maternal line coming up here as well. And why have you felt the need to feel like the savior or the martyr within your relationships? Where does this energy stem from? Where does this energy come from? What makes you feel like you have to be the savior for people and the martyr for people, and to the point where you're neglecting yourself and your own personal needs? So as we talking about, I will have journal entries at the end of this reading, but I also want you to really dive into that space as well. Now, the transformation that we're talking about here is becoming a spiritual amplifier for collective healing. Okay. Pisces rising, you are, the North Node is here right now. North Node in Pisces. For those of y'all that don't know what the North Node is, it is the collective energy that we're gearing towards, while the South Node in Virgo is some of the things that we're either integrating or releasing those parts or those identities from the South Node point of view. And you are the topic of conversation. See yourself at this time as, what is spirit calling me to the front about at this time? Because whether you like it or not, Pisces rising, I'm just telling you right now that you will be throttled or throwed into the front to be seen at this point in time. So allow yourself to be seen, because you being seen and you also speaking and talking and sharing yourself is what is also going to be a conduit for healing in the collective at this time. Okay. So that's what I have for you, Pisces rising. If you would like to dive deeper into this work, I do have a Pluto and Aquarius shadow work guidebook that I just released, and you can find that information down below. But if you even want to go even deeper, I also have readings available as well if you would like to book a reading at this time. And also let me know in the comments down below, what are you experiencing during this time? If anything, or what are you hoping, I guess you could say, to experience during this Pluto retrograde at this time? And if you're coming after the Pluto in Aquarius retrograde, if you come back to this video, please let me know down in the comments what you have experienced during this time, okay? These are for deep release, ancestral listening, and energetic recalibration. Number 1, what collective beliefs or mental patterns no longer resonate with my truth? Where have I internalized programming that is not mine to carry? 2, what ancestral visions or futuristic dreams are whispering through me now? Whose dream am I continuing or rewriting? Number 3, where am I being called to stand apart, even if that means I'm being misunderstood? What fears arise when I detach from the norm? Number 4, what energetic codes to systems, identities, or ideologies need to be cut or cleared? How can I make space for a new frequency to emerge?